I'm Matt of the etrailer. Today we're going to talk about the Ultra-Fab Electric Jack. Now this is going to be designed to work with your A-frame style jacks, and the biggest thing to me is it's just really easy to work with. So let's check it out. What I like about an electric jack is, again, it's just easy to use. So on those days like it is right now where it's extra hot, you don't want to spend a lot of time or effort trying to crank this up or down. So you can either couple or uncouple. Now the way this one's going to work is going to be a little bit different from some of the other ones I've seen. It's just going to have this little tab here at the bottom. You just go in either direction and it's going to go. Feels pretty easy to use, and it's going to have this cover on there, so it's going to prevent any type of debris or grime from getting in there. We're going to have some lights on either side. If I press in this red button here, you can kind of see that. It's a little bit hard to see since it's daytime, but great for some nighttime hookups if you need to connect to your trailer. The reason why those two features are going to be possible is going to be because we have this connected to our battery, and this is going to come with some pretty long wires. So even if your battery's right next to here or a little bit further away, you should have enough to reach it. The max height, which we have it in right now, is going to be, looks about 25 inches from the bottom of that tube here. And we're going to have a few different heights too. So you'll notice we have some holes at the bottom, so if you need this to sit a little bit lower, you can put in one of those. And it is going to have a max lift capacity of 3,500 pounds, so that's important to make sure you pair this up with the proper trailer so you don't damage it. And to make sure this is going to be compatible with your coupler, this is going to have an outer tube of 2¼ inches. So that's important to know if that's going to fit into the hole of this coupler or not. Now let's say your battery on your trailer dies, you are going to get this adapter so you can actually use the manual feature of this. All you got to do is remove this rubber cap from the top. The other one actually feels pretty good. Some of the ones I've dealt with in the past have just kind of torn on me. And now we can just crank it up like this instead. Now in my opinion, I think this is going to be a solid choice, especially for those more mid-sized trailers. And if you're doing any nighttime coupling, this actually does give us a pretty good light. Now for me, I think the knob here, being at the bottom, is a little bit strange. But the nice thing about that is it's not on top, so it's not going to be accidentally hit by something, or someone's not going to put their hand on it by accident. Now when it comes to actually installing this, it's pretty easy to do. Now it is going to be a little bit different depending on your setup, but we can tell you how we did ours today. But the biggest thing is to do it safely. So make sure you do have your trailer chalked up and that we have our trailer elevated by some way. You can either use some jack stands to hold the frame, or you could grab your truck, park it, and put it on that ball mount for the time being while you get it swapped out. So to start off, we already removed our old jack, and now we can move over to the new one. So to do this, what we have to do is start with this foot plate, remove that by removing our pin and clip, and that fall through. Now we have enough space to actually put it through this opening. There we have it, and line it up with these holes on our coupler. Now, if you don't have some pre-threaded holes, you are going to get some hardware that you can use with this kit. But in my case, these are going to be pre-threaded holes, so I can just use the bolts that come with this coupler. We just start by hand tightening them, and then we'll come by and tighten them the rest of the way to this torque settings that are in your instructions. If you're using the hardware that comes with your coupler and you don't have those specs information to torque it down, you can actually find that online. If you just put in your bolt specifications, it will give you those exact torque settings. Now we're going to need a ring terminal or a way to connect it to our battery. Since I'm just connecting straight to the battery, I'm using a ring terminal today. So we'll just make sure that this is stripped. Yours should probably come already kind of stripped at the very end. We'll just crimp this down. With that in place, we can connect it to our battery. Just make sure you do that for both of them. Connect it here and put a nut on it. And now let's check if this actually works. So we'll just come over here to the little knob, and it is extending. So from here, we're just gonna put on our foot plate and secure it down with that pin and clip. We're gonna load this all the way, and that's where we remove our jacks. And just make sure you do cover up your battery box again. Now, if you guys have any other questions, let us know here at eTrailer. And again, I'm Matt, and thanks for watching.